this video, we will learn how to make Android build or Android game for Android, or how to run our game that we made in Unity on Android. So to run our game on any platform, we first need to build our game in that platform. So the platforms can be Android, can be iOS, can be Xbox One, can be PS4, can be browser, or can be a Windows PC as well. So we will see how to build our game in these platforms. So in today's class, we'll cover two platforms. One is PC. One is PC that can be Windows, and second is Android. Oh, sorry, Windows or Linux or Mac, and second is Android. So to make Android games or Android build, you need to ensure that you have installed Android build support or Android build support module you have already installed. How to do that? I have already covered multiple times. So go to add module section and select this. Also ensure that all the things inside it is also selected. If you are making games for iOS, then you need this part, but we'll not cover that as part of this video. And the last one is OpenGL build support. This will also cover maybe in today's video or later, which is WebGL build support. So using this, you can make your game playable on the browser. So you can play your game on the Chrome also using this build support. So for now, I have already added the support for Android build. This is already installed, and we can see one icon here. Meanwhile, I will also install this WebGL build support in few minutes. So WebGL build support I am downloading to make my game playable on browser. So we'll see how to make a build our game for browser as well. So we'll learn how to make our game build on PC or Windows, on Android, and on browser. So all these things we'll see. Okay, this PC is a bit slow compared to my another PC, which is Mac. So earlier it was showing only one icon, which is Android icon. Once this is installed, this module is installed, WebGL module is installed, it will also show a browser icon here. Okay, so Android build support was already there. Now we have OpenGL build support as well already installed. I don't have the game over script here. So this is my game. And now I will make build out of this game. So we'll see three builds. First of all, we'll see how to make a PC build. So that will create a build file, which is called, for Windows it is called exe file or executable file. And that exe file you can share with anyone, your friends, and they can also, using that exe file, they can play the game. They are not required to have Unity editor installed. They need not to hit the play button. They just need to open the exe file and they can run the game. So how to do that? So first of all, click on this file option, then go to build settings. Okay. And on the build settings, you guys will find that you will have this PC Mac by default selected, and this icon will be made on this thing. So go to this. So by default you will have this thing selected, and you can make build using some settings here. If you want to make build for something else, you can select that. You can select that. So first of all, once you so for you guys it will be PC Mac or Linux. So this is used to make build for PCs. So once you select this, if this icon is not here, if this icon is not here, first you need to click this button, switch platform. In my case, it is by default Android is selected, so switch platform button is not there. In your case, if this is selected, then so if you want to make build for something else, my case Android is selected. Uh, if I want to make build for PC or this thing, first I need to hit this button, switch platform. So this icon will switch to PC mode. In your case, if it is already there, this icon is there already, which means that this is selected, this build settings is selected. So first of all, I'll select this part, I'll hit the switch platform button. It will take some few minutes to switch the platform. Once the platform is switched, then I can make the build. Okay, so it took some time, and it has switched the. Now you can see that this icon moved to this thing, and here you will see one window which says scenes in the build. So in this game, or the game build that we are making, how many scenes or what all scenes we want to add as a part of this game. So in my case, it has only one scene. But in real games, there are lots of scenes. So in Angry Bird, if you play level by level, so each level is one scene. I have made this game tanker game where I have made 34 scenes. So, and I almost use all of them as a part of the scene. So you need to add all the scenes that you want to add it as a part of your game build. So when I selected this, it added all the scenes that I have in my game. When I hit on this button, so I added the only scene that I have in this game, which is sample scene in scenes folder. So this is added. Now we have two options: build and run, and second one is build. So we'll check this build option only. Build and run means it will make the game build, and also start the game. So first we'll see this option only, build option. When we click on this build option, so it will ask me where do I want to make this build. So what I do is I create a folder, maybe by right clicking and going to the new folder option, or maybe I have this new folder option here also. So either way, I create a new folder and I give the name of the folder as builds, which I have already done earlier, I think. Delete it. But this is not required, like you need not to have same name build. So maybe I'll create a folder game builds, and here I'll keep all the game builds that I'm going to make. So I've created this folder, I'll select this folder, and once I have selected, I think it should start making the build in some time. Okay.
CPU used.
So while making the games, it uses the CPU most. Like, and this is a very basic game. You can see that this is a very basic game. We have not added lots of fancy assets to this game. And this also, build will take some time. If you use lots of unnecessary fancy assets, the build will take lot of time if your computer is not very good. Computer hardware is not very good. So try to avoid adding unnecessary assets in your project, especially the project that you will be using to make builds, Android builds, iOS builds, or Windows builds. So in that section, don't add unnecessary assets. You can have one project for trying out unnecessary or maybe fancy assets. Okay, so try to avoid having lots of unnecessary assets if you don't need them. Now this build is created, and I see some uh, some pop-ups here or some blinking here. So this blinking points to a folder is opened which is game builds, and in the game build, uh, one file is created lots. So game builds folder, it has lots of file. One of the file is Chrome game. Its size is 625 KB, so size is very small. And with this, now if I stop, close this, even if I can close all the Unity editor as well. So this is executable file. It says application, and when I open it, my Chrome game will open. Game I created. So you can see that first it says made with Unity. Okay, but in this game there is no stop button. There is no button I have added. Like there is almost nothing. So how to stop this? No right click. Nothing is working. So how to stop this? Uh, so I'm holding Alt button. I'm holding Alt button and then tab, using holding Alt button and then hitting the tab, holding Alt button and then hitting tab. I can switch between. So now to close this, I have only one option, which is right click here and close it. So to close, add those settings to close the game and all those things, we have to add something more, and that you can find in the edit, project settings, player, windows icon. So here you can see that if the game is full, so again, so go to edits, and in the edits, player project settings, and in the project settings there is this option, player option, and in the player option you will find lots of settings here, and for the build that you are going to make. So one is full screen windows, exclusive full screen, maximum windowed. So I'll select this one, windowed. I don't know what it is. I have not played with these, but I'll try this windowed. Resolution, this much is fine. You can see that there are other tabs as well. One tab is for Android settings, so we'll use this when we are making Android games. And there's OpenGL also, which another module that I have added. This will be for browser games. So we'll work on this. Run in background, Retina, capture single screen, resizable window. I'll select this also, resizable window. This will help me resize the window size. Visual in background. What else? Okay, with this I will, with these settings selected, I will make another build. Go to build settings and I'll build again. Take the same folder. I'll select the same folder, game builds, and select folder. The second build will be faster compared to the first one. I have this sample scene selected. Should be faster. It has started. So my game name is Chrome game, and okay, so it has again created the same. So the same file is overwritten with the new settings. Chrome game. We can change this name as well, and there are like all these things we can change from here itself. In project settings and then the player, if you want to change the name of the product, so it is Chrome game here. You can want, if you want to change it to maybe Gaurav game or Newstein game, anything you can change the product name from here. Also, you can see that icon that comes. The icon is this icon. If I want to change it, let me first play this game. Let's see how it comes. So now we can see that now it is coming in Windows, in some window, and we can rescale it. And now we have this close bar as well. Okay, so now if the game is over, at least I have an option to close the game, which I didn't had earlier because of the full screen mode. So I can close it from here. Now a few more things. So game name I'll change it to T-A-U-R-A-V Gaurav T-Rex game. I'll keep it this, and the icon I will select some icon. Okay, so this shows icon from my project only, which is these are the icons. So I'll add some icon in my project itself. So sprites folder, some beautiful icon, downloads, player hit, flapping flybird, restart Unity, bird hero, cactus. Shall I add cactus? Let me download some fancy image. Batman icon. Okay. Open this. Open image in new tab. Okay. And I will download this image. Downloads folder. Batman icon. Downloads. So it is getting downloaded in downloads folder. I will save this. Open Unity. Go to downloads folder. Batman icon. Drag and drop. Close this. Again, go to the layer settings. The default icon I will select Batman icon. This plus sign is coming because I have some settings to keep my code in cloud, and it says that this new image is added in this project. So for new images it has plus sign. Cloud part we'll cover later, how to push your game on cloud. So I have selected Batman. Now the default icon is Batman. So with this setting I'll again make a build. This time also it should be faster compared to other. I'll select the same folder. Since I created a new project name which is Gaurav T-Rex game, so this time it might create a new game build and not override the existing one. Okay, I think build is done, and good thing about Unity is it has opened the window for me as well. You can see that this was my old build, which was Chrome game. File type is application, and since we created the new, we have given the new name to the game Gaurav T-Rex game. So this is new file, application file, and you can see the icon which is Batman icon here. So this is a new Batman icon. Made with Unity, we can change this also to made with something else. Made with Newstein, we can do that part. We'll see later. You can see on the top Batman icon, name of the project. So this is how we make the PC build. Okay, I will close this. Okay, now we'll close this one also, and we will see how to make Android build. So this is very simple, straightforward. Again, select the module or select the platform where you want to make the game. So now we want to make build for Android. So very simple. We'll select this and then we'll hit this button, switch platform. It will take some time, good amount of time. So Android build, again we have to do the same thing. Switch the platform. After switch platform, you will see this button, build button. Build and run to build and start the game as well at the same time. Okay, looks like this time it will be faster. Okay, so now you can see that this Unity icon, it came from PC settings to build. So it came to Android platform now, and you this option has been enabled, build or build and run or build. So we'll select build option, and again it will ask me where do I want to keep this build. So for Android, I will create new folder. I'll call it Android builds. I can I can make the APK in this folder itself, but I'll keep it separate. I like it, keeping the things organized. Android spelling is wrong. Android. Android builds. I'll select this folder, and it also asks what do you want to keep the file name or the. So for Windows or PC builds, the application type is exe. For Android APK, sorry, for Android builds, the file type is APK. This one. Okay. So the file type is APK. So first of all, I created this folder Android builds. I went to this folder, and it also asked me what file name I want to keep. So I'll keep it. So with this file name, APK file will be created, and this APK we can use to install the game on our mobile. Okay, so with this, I'll start. So for creating mobile game, it uses Android SDK and all those things which we installed as a part of Android build support. It will take some time and it will make the Android APK. Once the APK is made, it will come to that folder. So first I need to share this file, APK file, to my Android phone. I can do it with WhatsApp login, or maybe from Bluetooth. While using Bluetooth, I can share it, or some way you can share it to the phone by sharing to the Google Drive, and then from downloading there. So I might use Bluetooth to send this APK to my phone. After that, we can click on that APK file, or just tap on the APK file, and it will start installing. It will ask you with some pop-up to install. In some of the Android phones, it might happen that by default, in fact, in most of the Android phones, by default, direct APK installation might be blocked, or might not be enabled from settings. So in most of the Android smartphones, direct APK installation might might be disabled from Android settings. They suggest you to install it from Play Store or some place like that, like maybe Samsung Store or something like that, or MI Store for MI phones. So by default, installing app from APK file is disabled in most of the smartphones. So once you tap on the file, it might ask you to enable installing of app from direct sources. Okay, so build is complete, and I have this file God of game physics. Type it is showing something because the laptop my laptop or PC is not able to understand the APK file, and its size is around 17 MB. So we'll share this file. Share this file on my mobile. The player settings that I was talking about, you can go from here as well. And now since Android is selected, so by default Android tab is open. And here also we have lots of options, and few options are: do you want to play on portrait mode, portrait ups and downs, landscape, and landscape left, landscape right. So by default, in my case, I have selected landscape mode only because T-Rex game we play on landscape mode, not on portrait mode. Maybe some Galaxy War type of game we can play portrait mode. So you can play around these settings. Not don't play with all. Maybe just these some settings that the settings that you understand you can play along. So I have just disabled these things. By default, these are enabled. In your case, portrait, all these things are enabled. So I have disabled these. Icon will be same. Game name will be same. My earlier sending was my previous attempt got stuck, so I stopped it. So finally, this APK is shared on, and if you and on my screen, I can tap on this thing also, or I'll open this button, and with the open, since I have enabled, I don't have any settings, so I have enabled. So in your case, it might ask some extra permission to for allow it to install because by default they are disabled. So when I tapped on the file, it gives me this option: cancel and install. So I'll click on this install button. You can see the Batman icon. I can open it here from here also, but I'll not do that. I'll hit the done button, and I'll go to my game. Where it is. Okay, so since it was black and my background is also black, this is the game, but this is completely gone. So I will change the background once. Drag and bring my game on the front screen. So you can see our game. It has this icon. It has the name. If I open it, and you can see that I have not written any extra codes. The mouse input dot mouse button get down button works for mobile also. So mouse button down is same as screen tap. So with this you can run the game on Android.